What's up, YouTube? It's your boy DJ Change, and welcome to Change Your Look. And today we're doing my first ever lock update, so I'm gonna let you guys know exactly how everything started, how this whole madness came to be. Check it out. All right, so before the locks, I'm not gonna lie, I had like a mini fro going on. Actually, before that, I actually had a low cut for most of my life. Growing up, I pretty much always had a low cut. I had the waves going, the 360 spinning. Used to walk around with the hairbrush. Anyone who knows me from elementary school to high school used to walk around just giving that work all the time, over and over and over. Truth is, I kept it that long for such a period of time because my parents were mad old school. They didn't really let me grow my hair long like that, and so that was the flex. I always had the low cut. As I got older, I let the hair grow out a little bit. I started to get a little bit of a mini fro. You'll kind of get to see that up there, and I had that rocking. I rocked that for I think like 2014, 2015. That was my look for a while. I liked it, I jived it. The cool thing about it too, jive, did I say jive? It was a flyer thing basically is what I'm trying to say. That was the flex right there, you know what I mean? So totally had different type of hair texture. Like half my hair was straight, half my hair was curly. Didn't really know what to do, to be honest. Every time I went to the barber, anytime somebody was like, you know, messing with my hair, whatever, they'd be like, yo, are you coolie? Like, are you mixed with something? And nah, I'm Jamaican on both sides. Mom's Jamaican, dad's Jamaican, both their parents are Jamaican. So I don't know how I got lucky, you know what I mean? But my hair was like mad cool, mad curly. Girls, guys, everyone was like, yo, your hair looks fly like that, whatever. So I kept that for a minute, especially after the fade, bro. Like after you get a lineup, that's something for black men. Black men love their sharp lineups. If you are a black man, you know how important the barber is. And when he cuts that right, like no matter what, you're feeling good for that day, right? So for those who don't know, I'm from Toronto, grew up in the East End, out in Scarborough, right? So man, them who know what Scarborough is about, you know, that was the flex back in the day. I think everybody pretty much from the East End came from Scarborough. If you're black and you're from the East End of Toronto, you came from Scarborough. At the time, I was like maybe grade 1, grade 2. We got some new neighbors. Both their sons had dreadlocks. They were straight from Jamaica, like broad yard off the boat.
A year before my maiden take, I never see it yet. So anybody see them lie, how we never see it yet. Oh.
It was dope, man. It was dope. Their hair was long. They was like my age, and their hair was mad long. And ever since that moment, I've always wanted locks. But because my parents were mad old school, didn't let that happen. So I told myself, man, if I get to 30, I'm not gonna do this. So I told myself that I'm gonna let myself at least attempt this journey before I get to 30. And yeah, man, 2016 hit, and that's when I let it go down. So my official lock date was April 20th, 2016. April 20, 420.
Some of that real sticky, icky. Ooh, wee.
I'm gonna be honest, it had nothing to do with that. I'm not even really about that life like that, you know what I mean? So it just happened to be that 420, April 20 is the day that I started my locks. But before that, I must have started it like 20 times, bro. Like it was crazy. Because my hair was so soft and just curly straight, it didn't want to lock up. Like it took forever to lock up. A lot of YouTubers, I go on YouTube and see what you guys do to start. And you know, for me, I did everything. I did as much research as I could. I did the comb curls, right? Those who know about comb curling, I had all of those in, right? You see some videos where I got it done. Those were sick. Those were give me wicked parts. It looked dope for the first day, you know what I mean? And what would happen is I would go to the gym, and then after I would work out, I would sweat it all out, and then it just looked like a messy fro. All my curls automatically would just go back to kind of doing what they do, straighten out basically, right? Nothing wanted to stay knotted. Everything wanted to fix itself. Like my hair kept trying to be like, nah, I'm not about this life. Leave me alone. I'm trying to be free out here. You know what I mean? So I feel so bad for my girlfriend at the time because like she was one of the people who was always trying to get it back, you know, rebuild the parts and everything like that. So mad stressful, but you know, that's how the game goes. I also tried 2-strand twists, exact same thing. Could not hold, like it was crazy. So like, as you guys know, I started in April. So in Toronto, that's moving towards the hot months, you know what I mean? So the heat and the humidity of the weather and everything, it just wasn't a good look. Then I moved to braid. So I actually tried to braid and keep it going like that. I'm gonna be honest, it was my personal preference. I didn't like the way the braids looked, you know what I mean? I felt like it put me in I don't know if it put me in a category basically, but it just didn't look good to me. There's like videos of me having it braided. Oh, I think part of the issue was when I had my fro, I had the sides cut. So I had like a side taper, a side fade, and then the top was like mad heavy. So when I went for the braids, I had braids at the top, but the sides didn't really know what to do. They're too short to do stuff, too long to do stuff, and it looked mad weird unless I kind of went kid and play and just cut it all the way around. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to kind of grow everything. Couldn't do the braids, had to take those out. I tried to do lock extensions too. That was ideally what I wanted to do. This was before I knew Fetty Wap. Actually, maybe around the same time the Fetty Wap was really bumping with, you know, baby, won't you come my way? No, not really a singer. You know Fetty Wap, he came in the game hard with a low cut, you know what I mean? The next music video, this guy got dreads down to his like belly button, so I don't know. He definitely got lock extensions. I was trying to go for that movement, and I had like 2 or 3 people that were gonna help me with that, and 2 of them bailed, unfortunately, and then the person that actually was able to do it for me, she kind of did it, but she did it as a braid, again, you know what I mean? And it still didn't quite work out. And then at the same time, I kind of had a corporate job. I was working in an office, you know, and it was just a really crazy situation. I couldn't go to work like that. It wasn't presentable, unfortunately, for the job I was in. So it was frustrating, man. It was frustrating. April 20th, I finally met up with Sherelle Dawkins. She's actually the one who did my brother's locks. My brother's hair was locked up really quick, but he got that like that real black African hair. So his hair just locked up immediately. But I went to her, should have went to her a long time ago, to be honest. But she went and she interlocked for me. That's the first time I interlocked. So for those who don't know what interlocking is, it's basically crocheting the lock into in the root, putting a knot in the root, right? And twisting everything so that no matter how much you sweat, no matter how much, you know, you kind of mess with the hair at the time, you know, the knot should still hold. And it actually worked for me for a while. I still had to be very gentle with it because my hair was very soft again, very loose, and was quick to pull out. And yeah, from then the journey started. This is something a lot of people always want to know. Like, if you have dreadlocks, do you wash your hair? I personally had to not wash my hair for like a couple months. Damn! Just because my hair was so soft, and the way that it was done for me, like, it would all pull out. I didn't wash for about 2, maybe 2.5 months, you know what I mean? Just to make sure everything was good. With that being said, I was very careful. I got myself a satin do-rag. Every night I went to sleep and made sure I wrapped that bad boy, kept it covered. The only time I didn't have a hat on generally was work. As soon as I finished work, I would throw everything back on. I mean, that was really the only time that would work. So I kept my hair as clean as I could. But man, after that first wash, though, yo, fam, I'm telling you, like, man, them, like, you don't even know. Anyways, so from that point, I really only washed my hair once every couple months for the first, I would say, maybe the first 3 washes. And then it got to the point where they started holding, where I trusted it more. I felt the strength in it more after doing retwists and stuff like that and just maintaining it. And now I'm at the place where I can wash my hair, you know, a couple times a week if I want. You know what I mean? And I'll be good and I won't be worried about anything like that. So what products did I use? Oh man, okay, so there's a lot of different people who got different ideas as to what's good, what's not, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, what's positive, what's negative. I can only speak on what worked for me. The lady who started my hair, what we used was black wax, Jamaican mango and lime, you know what I mean? Used that. I saw a lot of people with good results on that, a lot of people online with bad reviews on it. It worked for me. I'm just letting you guys know, it worked for me. Used a little bit of that, and of course the 2-prong clips, right? I'll show you what those look like in just a sec, right? But with the wax, with the 2-prong clips, put those bad boys together and did my whole head top. That held it down, you know what I mean? It kept them in their form. They made sure they didn't put too much in there compared to, like, you know, how some people would just completely wax up your whole head top. No, it wasn't horrible. It was actually done really, really well so that it would hold my hair, but it wouldn't like gunk it up, you know what I mean? And I used it as a tool. I'm gonna be honest, I used it as a tool. It's not something that I continually use, but at the beginning stages with my hair texture, I really needed something to keep my hair in place because my hair was disobedient, man. It was like a Aquarius, man, just a free spirit, you know what I mean? So I had to do something to rein it in and to lock it in. Now I really just hydrate my hair, warm water, some essential oils that I use, and I spray my hair daily. Right, wrap that bad boy up, and coconut oil. This is my daily use, man, right here. Coconut oil, bro, like this is the truth. Oh, just the smell alone is blessed. Make sure you get oil that's like white on the inside, and when you use it, kind of just breaks up in your hand. Basically, rub that together in your hands and just run that all through your hair so that your hair stays moisturized. You know, keep that in the bag. Anybody who got locks pretty much will tell you coconut oil is a good way to go. At the end of the day, people, if this is the journey you want to do, make sure you do it for you. I'm proud, I'm happy, I'm almost 1 year in. It's still early in the ride for me, and I'm loving it. Love yourself, love your journey, love the walk, and embrace your locks, man. Every day is a day that you won't be able to go back to. So enjoy it while you're there. Any questions you have, comment below, add, subscribe. Please subscribe, it's a new channel. I'll definitely do another video next month for my 12 months, my 1 year anniversary of Locs, to let you guys know a little bit more about what's going on, answer some of the questions that you guys may have for me. And don't forget, every day, make a change, no matter what, stay growing. If they don't like that, it's cool. We'll pray for them. Thanks for coming out to my channel. You already know how we give it up.